For today's video, we are going to be making
3 easy baby blankets.
so if that interests you, keep watching. If not, I'll see you next time. For the first blanket, we're gonna start off with 2 yards of pre-washed fabric, and we're just gonna open it up. Meet the ends on this side, and we're basically just going to do a square. This is the selvage edge, this is the selvage edge, so we're gonna make it to this. Take your scissors, and we're gonna start cutting. Now we're gonna open this up, slit the edge of this. The next thing we want to do is round our corners. You want to use something with a big curve, not something small, because you want to be able to maneuver this easily when you're serging it, and sometimes tight curves have a habit of being hard to serge. Cut this piece out, and this is just going to be our template. I'm going to cut on the inside since we don't want any chalk on this. Now we're going to repeat the same step on all corners. If you do not have a serger, you can always go to your regular sewing machine and then just choose any of the decorative stitches that you want to use to finish up your blanket. At the corner, and now you just want to serge very slowly. We're coming to the end. We're just gonna serge this and then just serge off. Serging thread right here. We're just going to push everything down. You want to just basically hide the tail in here, but I'm just going to knot it, and then you should be good to go. For the next blanket, we're just going to remove off the selvage edge of this blanket. Here we are on the fold. After that, we're going to put right sides together. Take it to the sewing machine, and we're going to stitch around here and all the way around 1/4 inch. We want to make sure we leave an opening on the side from here to about here, I would say. You want to pull the blanket through this hole. Once we get to our corner, we're going to pivot, stitch a 1/4 inch on this side. Now we're getting to the end, and we're just gonna go up to here and back stitch a few stitches. With the opening that we have inside the blanket, we're gonna turn it inside out. What you can do is hand stitch it closed, or you can just stitch it closed with your sewing machine. Also clip your corners so you can have tighter corners and they just look more neat. Start pressing all our edges. We can have something nice and flat. I'm gonna close that up. To finish the blanket off, we're going to be sewing 1 inch away from the edge all the way around. Alrighty, for this next blanket, I turned it inside out, and I'm just going to grab one of the ends again and make it into a square. Cut on the fold. We have this piece out, ready to go. Use this piece and cut off the selvage edge. Stitch a 1/4 inch from this edge with my sewing machine. We're going to cut strips out of this extra piece, and we're going to do 4-inch pieces that we're going to be cutting out. Cut out all these strips out. Stitch all these right sides together, and we're going to stitch a 1/4 inch with all of them. Just going to press all the little seams open. We're also going to want to stitch both ends of these together as well. So it should be one huge loop all the way around. For this next step, we're just going to find the ends of the loop. So I have one end right here. Pin that section. Find the other 2 center points. Find the pin you just pinned on, and then your other center point. Join them together, and then find that end. Find the opposite side as well. Get one of the pieces, and we're just gonna match that corner with that pin. Pin it right on that corner at an angle. Find the next pin over, and you want to do this on the top of the right side because we're going to turn this inside out. Make sure your fold is pointing towards the center, and then your raw edge is pointing outwards in the last corner. All you are going to be doing now at this point is basically just making sure the edges start matching, and then you're going to pin right on top of the pleats that you make. So we're going to be making pleats. Find the center again, pin it there so it stays in place, and just start pleating random pleats. Take this to the machine and we're just gonna stitch at least a 1/4 inch away from the edge. Now that we have stage stitched the edges, add the other piece right on top. Find our center, put our pins there to mark where we're gonna leave an opening. Stitch a 1/4 inch all the way around the blanket. Clip the corners. Grab the inside of the blanket and I'm gonna pull it all through. The final thing that we have to do is just stitch on the edge from here to here. And that wraps up today's video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the comments down below. But also like this video if you enjoyed it, share it, like it, do whatever you need to do. And also subscribe to my second channel, which is called Drag Dressmaking District. Check that out too. And that's about it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.